And we are following a developing story. The COVID-19 pandemic sending retail sales plummeting. They dropped by a record 16.4% from March to April. The sharpest declines happening in clothing, electronics, furniture, even grocery sales are down following panic buying in March. Not surprising, though, online sales are up more than 20%. And amid all this, major companies like J.Crew and Neiman Marcus are filing for bankruptcy protection. So what does it all mean as economies start to reopen?
Joining us now is the president and CEO of the Illinois Retail Merchants Association, Rob Karr. Thanks for being with us, Rob.
Ben and Lord, it's great to be with you both.
So let's start. We know the why. The question is what happens next, and what type of guidance are you getting from Illinois retailers about what reopening looks like?
Well, it looks like a change, as it is for all of us, right? COVID is going to bring about some lasting changes, particularly until we at least get a vaccine, which, depending who you believe, could be in the very near future or years away. But regardless, it'll change what we do. And the good retailers and most retailers are now thinking through thoroughly everything they have to do to change their procedures, how they're going to sell to customers, how they're going to treat customers and interact with them, whether it's an apparel store, a gas station, a grocery store, restaurant, you name it. They're thinking through all of those approaches.
You know, there was just a study done this week, or at least released this week, that talked about nationwide 100,000 small businesses will have to permanently shut down from this pandemic. Do you agree with those numbers? And what percentage-wise, what would you tell us?
Well, I have no way of saying whether those numbers are going to be accurate. We know they're going to be a lot. I've taken calls repeatedly over the course of the last month, particularly from smaller members who simply do not have the wherewithal to stay closed past June 1 or even another week or so. We're seeing businesses families have invested decades who are lost to this pandemic. My hope is that retail is an extraordinarily dynamic sector. It's creative. And I think that ultimately we will find a way to succeed, but there are going to be a lot of victims along the way.
What about shopping centers, Rob? Some have been hurting for years now, and the fear, of course, is that as you have anchor stores like a Neiman Marcus pull out, there could be just a huge drag on the whole big shopping experience.
Malls were already changing, though, prior to the pandemic. I mean, when you think about the large interior malls, they were really starting to have to change prior to the pandemic, more to an outlet style and experiential style mall. This will clearly make it much harder for them. I think it might strengthen the hands of the malls who are more what I would call outlot, not outlet, outlot type malls, where you drive up to a segment of a mall and you walk around individual stores there. But again, they're going to be forced, like everyone else, to be inventive. And all retail, from restaurants to pharmacies to malls, they're thinking through all of their policies and procedures so that when they're allowed to fully reopen, their customer base feels comfortable shopping, because that's the key. The customer is going to have to feel comfortable and know that the store is doing everything they can to protect them.
Yeah, do you see people sort of changing long-term the way that they shop, right? So many people have moved to online shopping during this pandemic. Do you see them going back to those retail stores?
I think that will go back to the retail stores when they open, but clearly online was here to stay. It was already encroaching on brick and mortar. You already had brick and mortar experimenting and purchasing ways to enhance their digital strategies, but we also saw digital platforms purchasing brick and mortar locations. It's really going to continue to be a marriage of the two. I don't think you can get away with simply one channel. And as people, we crave interaction. We crave that. And so I think we're going to see people ultimately go back. It might take a bit, might take longer than we would care, but I think we'll see it.
Okay.
Rob Karr for the Illinois Retail Merchants Association. We appreciate your perspective. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Be well.
You too.